44, the Repsol Honda rider. I don't know if he's feeling the ill effects of the crash that he had from yesterday. He was really badly beaten. Takeo Yokoyama, HRC Technical Director and his crew chief Ramon Alrim, try and find out an early inspection on what's forced the brakes a little bit later than Johann Zarco, so that's twice in 2 laps. That's beautifully done. Yeah. That is beautifully done. You can see Cam. Through on both of them. Quartararo's having none of it. Someone has just gone down. It's a Ducati of Miller. It's Jack Miller. Miller's gone down. The nightmare continues for the... It's from Quartararo and fellow Frenchman, the World Championship leader, Johann Zarco. Then it's Mir, and then from Masih in pain. And he's in the top scoring places right now. Rins is in the mood. He leads. Something must be going on with Vinales. Oliveira's gone down now. The race winner from here in November. A dream win 4 months ago to an absolute nightmare. Marquez at the moment, he's struggling to stay involved in the top 8. Bagnaia is now just back. Before that, he was doing a 1:43. So, what on earth happened there? And now Vinales has got... Here is closing on the group. Oliveira's rejoined the race. Further back there again to Allen. Yeah, he's having to work really hard, isn't he, Zarco, to try and run the pace over Rins and Quartararo. And was that Mordelli a little bit wide going? He's got the heat in that hard tyre. If he gets to the front, he could have a chance to break away. Oh, Zarco's wide into turn 5. Sunday, man. He's turned up on a Sunday yet again in South Africa. Quite a brilliant performance by him. He's come from 15th. Quartararo in that crucial FP4 session. Nobody else. Here he goes for it yet. He's got the move done. He's got the inside line. Rins can't turn in. He was really pushing the front end there. Track in front of him, nobody impeding his lines. Got his head down and did those 4 155 ones in succession. But Rins goes straight by him. The Yamaha, oh, there's almost contact there between him off the line. Already putting daylight between himself and Alex Rins. He's got 7, 8, 9 bike lengths on the Spaniard already. All going plan A to perfection right now for Quartararo. Yeah, across the line, this will be a 39, surely it is. For poor Jack Miller. Plenty for him to contemplate.
You saw that is Joan Mir is the one I'm watching at the moment because he's so clever at not giving...
Mir was the strongest of anyone in the closing stages, but the question is at the moment is whether or not they'll be able to live with the pace that's been. Quartararo has been untouchable in this 4th sector. He's been really, really strong. And again, look at the gap he's able to pull out on Alex Rins. It's quicker than Quartararo ahead of him. Pit Byron nodding his head, and I'm not surprised in admiration. Questions after Qatar as to whether or not the Yamaha could put in a performance similar to that one. The other one is his VR46 Academy colleague, Franco Morbidelli. This has been a real good charge through the pack by Bagnaia. Tailed Bagnaia's pole celebrations. Interesting for Aleix Spargaro, Matt. The same sort of situation as Qatar, where at the moment with Quartararo and Rins ahead of him, there's nothing between their lap times. But we can just see on this lap in particular, that gap actually between part of the circuit is where Quartararo steams away from Alex Rins. The Suzuki's so gentle on its tyres, and Alex Rins has got, Quartararo just exchanged. Fastest lap for the races, but who do we need to keep an eye on? It's the Italian Pecco into this position. You're right about Joan Mir as well, Matt. He's just coming under a bit of attack again now from Johann Zarco. There is Bagnaia, then the fastest man on circuit, arguably the fastest man yesterday as well. But look how Portugal on board here with the Suzuki of Alex Rins looking up to Quartararo. I've got to say, to be fair to him, Valentino Rossi's doing some pretty impressive laps there. He's got some speed, half a second in terms of race pace there, because yesterday he couldn't get into anywhere near the mid-140s. That's outside of turn 15 shot. At the moment, this is becoming a 2-horse race between Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins. Break Nicky Hayden back in 2007. He won't want to make it 3 in a row. He threatened this in 29, suggests that yes, we know how good the Suzuki is at managing the tyres, but Fabio Quartararo should have the better endurance, having plumped, and the hard rear tyre certainly does come into play. I have to say, give a shout out to Takla. That's a fairly emphatic one, isn't it? Quartararo and Rins yet again exchange fastest laps of the Grand Prix. Moves up onto the podium again. That's so demoralising, is it, for Joan Mir, having to work so hard in the twisty sections of Portimao just to try. Quartararo at the front of this race at the moment. Well, that's all he can do, isn't it? That is all he can do. Try and force the Frenchman into some himself in prime positions from the word go. Is now lapping in the 1-4. Just something then. I think Rossi's gone down. Into the Spargaro brothers. We've now only got one full set of brothers left in the battle, and that's the Marquez brothers. At the moment, the 9th and 10th. Recent records 12 points scored in his last 9 races. Very, very worrying top last year. We're riding here with Pecco Bagnaia in 6th. There's a gap then back to Binder in 7th. Yeah, Franco Morbidelli's getting a hurry up as well. Let's see what happens to Valentino Rossi. Serve number 11 who's going to catch out and was trying to fight his way through to the top 10. Track limits warning for Franco Morbidelli. So he's got to be pretty careful. Portugal, still Quartararo from Rins. Let's see if Bagnaia can use his defensive power to go past the yellow. Going into corners, which puts you in that really precarious zone when there's front tyre wear coming to the extreme. Now at this stage the Grand horsepower they have. He's now got his eyes set on Mir. These two are the guys leading then. Quartararo from Alex Rins. Zarco, 10.5 quicker than this man we're looking at right now, Rins. Here is Marc Marquez, still tracking. On where he's at with that recovering right arm over the full race distance here today. And if it's a top 10, well, one from Alex Rins, almost identical times. Really Quartararo. It's been an exhibition in leading from the front by the Frenchman. Second between the pair of them. Alex Rins perhaps due a bit of a second. Right now, this is Fabio Quartararo. So far, not buckling under the pressure. Yeah, the Yamaha M1 just gets that rear tyre hooked up and he can carry lots of corner speed, which is the key. It's a fight for the podium here because point scoring opportunities and he makes blunders at the worst possible time. Well, we said it was him that was putting pressure on Fabio. 5 years. Quartararo's speed has pushed him into that mistake. He's done everything, and he can't find a way through, even to show here he just slipped up the inside of Andrea Dovizioso and crashed out immediately. And what that means is now, Fabio Quartararo, at the moment we're on for another French one too, or are we? Because Bagnaia is flying. He moved past Mir, he's now hunting down Zarco. In terms of the championship as well, right now, Johann Zarco is going to surrender the championship lead, finally through into second place. Classy ride this by Bagnaia. Oh, Zarco's gone down. The world championship leader is making the dust. Quartararo checked out a long time ago, and look at that now. Quartararo will have a 14-point advantage this weekend in Portugal. Let's see this one then. Pretty forgettable weekend then for Pramac Ducati. No, Jorge Martin went so quick on Zarco. He wasn't expecting that, was it? It was almost like a crash in the rain. Fastest man on circuit at the moment is Aleix Espargaro. Goodbye. It's a great position. Tiny mistakes. Small, fine margins in MotoGP this year. Shinichi Sahara and Ken Kawai is absolutely inconsolable. Some big names have crashed out of this race. Jack Miller, Valentino, Pecco Bagnaia qualified on that front row. He may well have been right at the sharp end of this race as well, with the likes of Quartararo and Rins desperately to get himself back into podium contention. 4th place would be a real solid result for Franco Morbidelli. Even West weekend is digging himself out of some monumental holes, isn't he, Binder? 5th place rescued here from 15th, and it's not for Johann Zarco. Let's have a look now from the helicopter view. Is he offline at all? The front end here in Portugal with Jorge Martin sidelined through injury. But at the moment, El Diablo in dreamland. Taka Nakagami, Vinales is 11th, Luca Marini 12th, and then it's Petrucci, Savadori, and Lacquona. He's faster than Mir up ahead of him. The Petronas Yamaha rider. This would be the perfect remedy. That might just give a bit of motivation to Frankie. Is he going to be dancing the samba on the podium? It would from 11th on the grid now. How much has that cost Pecco Bagnaia rear tyre life right at the end of this race? Because final centre, you're not going to be difficult to overtake, but they're going to have so much better edge grip. They can perhaps latch onto the back of made today, which I think most people in the paddock think is not unfair, but it's unjustified. 139's on the KTM. Now, if Binder catches this group, he's too late, surely. You could just from somewhere, because his pace in this race is about a second quicker than I think his predicted pace was. It's been absolutely astonishing. Out front at the moment as well, Fabio Quartararo. This is a very different young man that we're looking at the moment. Is that Oliveira? Goodness me, I had a heart attack then. This is the battle. himself here is Bagnaia, desperate to cling on to that podium. Let's check his advantage. Last lap started. A tenth just over behind Pecco Bagnaia. Franco Morbidelli desperately. Quartararo's live heart rate just came on screen. I thought he was going to say something else on there, but then my heart rate changes when it went wrong. He got into his rhythm. He forced Alex Rins into a crash. Quartararo is well and truly the last 2 or 3 laps when the Suzuki got on him. He's close though, he's getting close. Does he fancy a lunch here, the world champion Juan Mir, or is he that second place? Franco Morbidelli unfortunately looks like he's just going to miss out on the podium, but a welcome return to the top 6 for him. Standing from the Yamaha man, Bagnaia from 11th to second. Mir picks up his first podium of the year.